Hey everybody, it's Akfamilyhome, and I'm here with not a video game, but something entirely different. Have you ever wondered to yourself while playing Mario Maker? Man, I wish I could not only play those levels, but eat them too! Like candy, wouldn't that be real nice? Can anyone relate? No? Well, whatever. Anyway, a company called Bandai has listened to your prayers and has come out with Mario Maker gummy candies. Yeah, so apparently this is a thing in Japan now. You look at the packaging. It's like you have to put in powder and then add water to it, and let it like sit for like a few minutes so that it becomes gummy candy. And then it's like, oh, it's a nice gimmick because Mario Maker is about making your own levels. So they just said, screw it. The Mario Maker merchandise would be candy that you make yourself. Like, okay, of course I know that these things have been in Japan for quite a while actually, but marrying Mario Maker to this is actually a pretty clever idea. I would have to give them that. So let's take a look at the back here because, well, even though I don't know Japanese, it still shows you how to, make your own gummy candies. If the camera is able to focus here. Wow. Okay, apparently the camera does not want to cooperate. And this will do well. Anyway. So basically, there's like different types of flavored powder. You pour them inside a mold that they give you, and then you just add water using a dropper. Let it sit for around 3 minutes, and they generously give you a random backdrop out of like 4 different selections, so you can lay your candies onto the backdrop, and it's as if you're designing actual Mario levels. So that's a pretty niche thing, but still pretty cool. Yeah, there's like, oh, it says here, there's like 6 backgrounds you can choose from, like grasslands, ghost house, airship, stuff like that. So, let's just go ahead and open this up and see what this thing has to offer. I don't want to destroy this box. No, I'm gonna cut it open anyway. Let's see what awaits us. I'm gonna keep this intact and. Oh, whoa. Okay. So, hold on. So what we have here is, oh, it's an underwater background. So, that's pretty cool. And on the back, it gives you the instructions, like, oh, when you add the powder, you have to make sure it's entirely full, and you cannot just put it halfway through. And there's also 3 different types of molds. So, let's check what mold we have here. Whoa. So we have Mario and Goomba, Cheeps, Mushrooms, Koopa Troopas, Coins, and blocks, and brick blocks, and stuff like that, brown bricks. Anyway, yeah, so, okay, that's a pretty cool mode. I've heard people say that this will also be useful for making stuff like chocolates. But, yeah, I guess I could keep this mode for in the future. It might be useful. And, oh, there's a dropper in here for transferring water, which I have already provided ahead of time. It's drinking water, of course, because I have to eat it. And oh, let's pour out the remaining stuff out. And here we have a paper spoon, which is, I assume, is for flattening the powder and like spreading it to make sure it stays even in the mold. And we have 4 different types of powders: red, yellow, orange, and green. Now, if memory serves me correctly, we have lemon, grape, apples, and cola, if I am not mistaken. Or I forgot, this is not lemon. I forgot if this is pineapple or lemon. But we can find out when we try it for ourselves. So this is gonna be something cool. I could either screw this up completely, or I don't know how this will go. This could go really wrong. But let me just try it. Let me just open this up first. Take out this neat little paper spoon. It's not a paper spoon. It's just a paper. Oh, you have to fold it or something. Let me figure this out. Eh, whatever. I think this will be. Oh, does it show instructions on this paper? Oh, you have to fold it like. I assume this is how they want you to do it? I don't know. I'm probably screwing this up already, but I don't need to, care much about that. So we have a nice little mold here. So I assume we can add stuff to it. So let's take the red powder. And let's see if we can do this correctly. I feel like I should like probably not use this paper spoon, but actually take an actual small spoon so I could like control where I sprinkle these powders things. So yeah, I'll take those tools and be right back. Alright, I'm back. I have a small little plate here so I can avoid spilling powder all over the place, and I brought a small little plastic spoon to help me with things. So let's just open the red powder. I assume this is apple. Can I smell it? Let me try. Yeah, it smells kind of sweetish. I can't tell if it's actually apple though, but so... Should I just directly pour it onto the mold, or should I use the spoon? Let's try... Oh, okay. Oh, actually, just using the mold isn't that bad. I think it works. I just gotta keep it steady. I don't know how much I should use. Well, the guy told me to like, you know, spread it evenly and make sure it's at a consistent height. So I could probably use this to like spread it out. Rah. Okay, maybe that's definitely not enough. I should add more. At this rate, I'm gonna waste off the powder on Mario alone. Hold on. Or maybe I could like give it a little shake to make sure. I should probably speed this up. Like it's gonna. If I'm just doing like if I'm already taking this long for one single piece of candy, I'm gonna like do this forever for the rest. I don't know if I should fill that in though, like that small thin section over here. I think it should be fine without it. Nah, I'll do it just in case. I want to reserve some red powder for the mushroom though, because you know, mushrooms are usually red. I could probably add the grape powder to it and pretend it's a one-up mushroom, but you know, I still have a good amount of powder left. I could probably try that. I think this is good enough already. So let's try adding this to the mushroom, and I'll probably try to speed things up here. Well, that's about all the red powder that's given to me. I think I actually overestimated the amount, so there was enough for me to also fill in the cheap. So but there's still a little bit of space left there, so maybe I could like, you know, mix powders together and see what happens. But I think right now, oh, whoa. All right, yeah, I think that's pretty fine. Let's move these back out. Alright, so next up should be, let's try the orange one. I assume this is cola, and I'll give it to the, of course, the brick blocks, and also maybe the Goomba. Alright, I think things are looking pretty good here. I think I still have a little bit of orange left, so I'll probably add it to the cheap and see if it... Yeah, I think that's enough. Alright. Smoothing this out. And I think we're good to go. Alright, so two left. We have green and yellow. So obviously I'll probably give yellow to the question marks, the question mark block and the coins, and probably green will left to Koopa. And for the use block, I probably green powder is already like there's probably more green powder than I probably need, so I'll probably just use green powder for the use block because why not? Alright, I think we're done here. It actually took quite a while, but yeah, I actually also still have some powder remaining, and I tried mixing and matching a bit of them, but yeah, I think this will turn out fine. Let me just like maybe probably like sweep away some of the excess powder back into where they belong. yeah, I think this looks good enough. You know, I'm not the expert at doing stuff like this, but hopefully this will turn out fine. I probably just jinxed it, didn't I? Anyway, so now that our powder is set, we will take our trusty cup of water and use this dropper to basically drop them until all of them have changed color. So let's see here. Let's do the mushroom first. Whoa, okay. Just drip by drip, add it until it changes color. And it was purple for some reason. I think this is grape actually. Huh. Alright, let's just do this for all of the candies. I can smell that sweet candy flavor from a mile away. Anyway, yeah, I think that's about it. We've done all of the candies, so I guess we'll just let it sit for a couple of minutes, and I'll report to you back when they have probably turned solid. I think some of them on the top have already, but yeah, I'll just wait a few minutes just to be sure. Alright, jump cut. So I was taking a look at the manual while I was waiting for the candies to form, I guess, and apparently what they recommended was that the mushroom should be green, like a walnut mushroom, and actually the use block is green, just like what I did. I don't know why they decided to go with that, but you know, whatever, I don't care. Anyway, a few minutes have passed, and I think these have turned solid already. Yeah, wow, it's pretty like gooey, you know, like gummy candy would be. I don't know if I added like too much water, but yeah, I think they've turned solid. I think you can like shake them no problem. So right, we have a nice little underwater. Well, let me take away the plate first. I didn't actually spill any powder, so that's great. Hold on. We have this nice little underwater background here, which they recommend us to put our shapes on. So why don't we do just that? But first, I have to figure out how to get these candies out carefully. They recommend using the paper spoon to do this. I'm just scared that I'll break them. Okay, let me just carefully take this out. Oh dear God! Look, it's Mario. I mean, it's something resembling Mario. It looks like it came from the depths of hell. I don't know if the camera can autofocus, so I'll just leave it at that. It's best you don't see this up close, but let's just put this down. Oh dear God, I'll probably have to clean this piece of thing if I want to keep it as a souvenir. Oh Jesus. I don't know, it's like, why is Mario jumping on the water? This is sorcery. Anyway. Let's just get the remaining stuff out, and then probably, let's see if I can lay them down. Here is the mushroom, with some sort of powder still attached to it apparently, probably because I didn't add enough water, that's why it's so sticky, arg! With white eyes. That's cool, I guess. Question mark block actually looks pretty decent, you know, like, aside from not having a white question mark, but you know, it works fine. Let's put it here. Like Mario is jumping in underwater for some reason to hit that question mark block. Oh Jesus. Oh dear God, I think it would be better if you just wanted to design levels. I think the Mario Maker games are the best way to do that, not using this candy. Brick blocks, let's just lay it down because they're pretty large. Right. Well, I mean, those are brick blocks, alright? Brown bricks. Stop making stupid references. Alright. Here is the used block, which the game also, which the book also recommends you give it a green color for some reason. I don't know why. Is there even a green used block in the Mario universe? I know green blocks, but I don't know about a green used block. Also, my hands are sticky. Ah, Jesus. Here is a coin. Looks pretty standard. for a coin, if you ask me. So I would just put it above the bricks. I probably put the other coin next to it as well. Here is the Koopa Trooper, again, just like Mario. Looks like it came from this lapel. I don't know, put it back. I don't know if the camera can focus on this. Like, this camera has a really short focus range, apparently. Well, apparently not. That's all you're getting. Anyway, we'll put it somewhere here, just strolling along. You're just running along. Just casually strolling along, nothing, no big deal, just doing its own, minding its own business. The Cheep Cheep was like really hard to get out for some reason, but I mean, you can see the mouth, right? Can you see it? The camera won't focus on it. Let's see if it can. Whoop. Ah, that's the best you're getting. You can see its little mouth circle there, and also the eyes. So, and, you know, it resembles a Cheep Cheep, so that's something cool. So I'll put it like somewhere in the water, around here. You know, these gummy candies are really sticky. I probably should have added more water, but oh well. And last but not least, the Goomba, which is, does it even have a mouth? It doesn't have a mouth. It has like solid eyes. It has solid eyeballs, but that's it. It's just walking. So I'll just put it under Mario's feet because I am the cruel person I am. Moi. And there we go. You know what? Hold on. Let me just go and wash my hands real quick. Alright, I'm back, and ladies and gentlemen, my Mario Maker underwater level. I don't know what to call this. It's a masterpiece, I guess. It's something, you know. Mario's jumping underwater for some reason. There's, you know, coins, blocks, green use blocks for some reason. A mushroom just minding its own business. Koopa's minding its own business. A Goomba that's about to get crushed to death. And a Cheep Cheep that's minding its own business. So, now that we're done decorating the scene, I guess all that's left is to eat it. I'm gonna have to taste my own creations. This is terrible. Anyway, alright, let's just start with the main character, Mario. Oh my god, these are so slimy. So, red. I assume this is apple. You know, let's do what all the kids are doing with gummy candies these days and just bite off his head. Oh. Yeah. I think it's apple, and poor Mario, he lost his head. I can probably still fuse some powder in there. You know, there's still some powder remaining on the candy itself, but overall, it's not like, I feel like it's still kind of like a gooey mess. It's like, usually gummy candies still have a bunch of chewy feel to it, but this one is just kind of like goop. What's this icky paint like goop? I'm sorry, that was a terrible Toad impression. I'm sorry, let's just eat the rest. Alright. Let's pick the coin next. It's yellow, so I assume it's lemon. Wait, what? Yeah, I was wondering if this was lemon or pineapple, so I guess we'll finally find out. Oh, yeah, it's unmistakably pineapple, so yellow is pineapple, so that's something, that's cool. Well, the Goomba already ate Mario, so the Goomba is spared of his fate. So let's just eat the brick blocks. Let's like take one of them and eat it probably. So this is, I assume, is cola. Yeah. Orange is cola. These actually don't taste too bad. You know, it's regular flavoring. It's not like it tastes terrible because it's some sort of random D.I.Y candy or something. These can, yeah, these can taste really good. I think I like the cola one a bit. Alright. Well, there's only one flavor left to try. The green flavor, and I assume this is grapes. Let's take this weird green juice block and take a bite out of it. Is this grape? Okay, yeah. I think it is grape. it's that kind of like slightly sweet type of grapes, I guess. You know the green grapes they usually like to make beverages out of in Japan? Yeah, I think it's that, so that's cool, I guess. Oh, I just realized. I don't think I ate any of the creatures besides Mario. So they all get to live. And Bowser gets to rule the land because Mario is dead. Game over, hooray! Anyway, yeah. So that's about it for the Mario Maker gummy candies. Whoops, sorry about that. Anyway, you know, the taste is not that bad, but you know, given that they're like, you have to make your own and all, and if you mess up, this will probably look even more terrible than it already. Well, actually, these already look like, I think these look mediocre at best. Like stuff like the question mark block, I think it came out pretty fine, but stuff like Mario and the Cheep, it just came out like they're like spawns of Satan. Anyway, yeah, that's it. And from what I recall, they also released one that's for Splatoon, and actually you can, you know, like, it's basically the same thing, but instead of like making candies out of Mario objects, you're making candies out of squids. So, candy squid. So that's something, I guess. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. We still have 6 candies of those. We still have 6 candies in here. I'll probably take care of those off screen. And you know, this background looks pretty neat. If I can clean it, if I can manage to clean it, I'll probably save it up as a souvenir or something. So that's neat. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time for I don't know what else I'll put on my channel. So yeah, I guess that's it. MVBBY. You know, if I eat this mushroom, will it grow big in size? Well, I guess not. What a disappointment. Well, at least it still tastes good though.